What if you discovered that your entire life was a lie? What if the pills meant to protect you were actually hiding what you truly are? And what if people like you were being erased from the world on purpose today? We uncover a disturbing story where superpowers are treated like a disease, and the truth is more terrifying than fiction. The story begins in a school in Germany where police are investigating a strange incident. A mysterious woman arrives at the scene. Outside the school, she notices a table covered in blood. Even more disturbing is a massive hole in the first-floor wall, as if the table was thrown with inhuman strength. The woman enters the school and finds a young girl hiding under a desk. The girl's name is Wendy. She is wearing headphones, listening to music to calm herself. The woman introduces herself as Dr. Stern, a government psychiatrist. She promises Wendy that she will take her somewhere safe. Years later, Wendy is now an adult working as a waitress. She lives a quiet life with her husband Mark, a security guard, and their young son Carl. Every morning, Wendy takes her prescribed medication. Her life seems normal, but financially, they are struggling badly. They are unable to pay the loan on their house and are drowning in debt. Wendy decides to ask her boss for a promotion. After work, she approaches her boss and explains that she has worked there for 3 years and deserves better pay. Her boss refuses and says Wendy still needs to learn more. Instead of helping her, the boss gives her extra dirty work. While taking out the trash, Wendy feels disgusted but continues, hoping things will improve. Near the cashier area, a homeless man asks her for food. Without telling her boss, Wendy gives him some food. The man thanks her and tells her that she is like them. Wendy doesn't understand what he means. On her way home, a group of thugs start harassing her. Wendy ignores them, wearing her headphones and walking faster. Later, while crossing a bridge, a man suddenly runs toward her. Thinking he is one of the attackers, Wendy swings her bag at him. She realizes it is the same homeless man. The man introduces himself as Merrick. He asks Wendy if she is taking her medication regularly. Wendy is shocked and asks how he knows about her medicine. Merrick tells her the pills are suppressing her powers. Wendy thinks he is crazy, but to prove himself, Merrick jumps off the bridge. He lands on the road below without a single injury. Moments later, a speeding truck runs over him. Wendy screams in horror and calls emergency services. The next morning, Wendy attends her therapy session with Dr. Stern. She lies and only mentions having a strange dream about having superpowers. Dr. Stern immediately increases her medication dosage. When Wendy returns home, she finds another eviction notice. The pressure continues to build. One day, while taking out the trash again, Wendy sees Merrick alive and unharmed. He explains that he is a freak, a term used for people born with special abilities. His power is that his body cannot be destroyed. Convinced, Wendy throws her medication into the toilet that night. Over the next few days, Wendy begins feeling intense pain while working. She accidentally bends a steel tray with her bare hands. That is when she realizes she has super strength. When the sane street thugs harass her again, Wendy finally snaps. She easily throws their leader aside and defeats all of them with single punches. For the first time in her life, she feels free. Dr. Stern later visits Wendy at work unexpectedly and lectures her about medication. Wendy promises to return to therapy. Her boss then confronts her with the bent steel tray and accuses her of damaging property. In rage, Wendy lifts her boss into the air and threatens her. Terrified, the boss runs away. Wendy meets Merrick again and learns the truth. The government uses psychiatric drugs to suppress people like them. Anyone discovered is locked away. Wendy breaks into the therapy building by leaping across buildings. Inside, she finds patient files and discovers that her coworker Elmer is also a freak. She visits Elmer and convinces him to stop taking his medication. Soon, Elmer discovers his power is electricity manipulation. Together, they begin using their powers freely. Elmer becomes obsessed with the idea that they are chosen beings meant to rule. They break into an ATM to solve Wendy's money problems. Later, they stop criminals at a nightclub. But police reports begin to surface about a super strong woman. Dr. Stern is brought in to investigate. Merrick reveals that many freaks are imprisoned in a psychiatric clinic. Elmer wants to free them all. Wendy is hesitant, but eventually agrees. They infiltrate the clinic and disable security. However, backup arrives. Elmer uses rainwater to electrocute the police, and they escape. Wendy begins to feel guilty and wants to stop. Elmer, however, betrays Merrick by revealing his location to Dr. Stern. Merrick is captured. Elmer asks Wendy to join him and rule together. She refuses. Later, Elmer kills his own father in rage. Wendy witnesses this and is horrified. Elmer knocks Wendy unconscious. She wakes up restrained in the clinic with Dr. Stern. Her past trauma is revealed. Wendy remembers killing her school principal as a child when her headphones were taken away. Dr. Stern claims she is protecting the world. During a blackout, Elmer attacks Wendy's home and threatens her son. Wendy escapes the clinic as Merrick sacrifices himself. In the final confrontation, Wendy uses insulated gloves to absorb Elmer's electricity. She knocks him into a pool where his power overloads and kills him. Wendy saves her family. Realizing the truth, Wendy leaves to expose the system and free others like her. Her mission has just begun. If you enjoyed this dark and emotional story, hit the like button, subscribe to Hollywood Explained USA, and comment below which movie or story you want explained next, because some secrets are too dangerous to stay hidden.